Hello everyone, welcome back to day 5 of our Python learning series. In our previous classes, we learned for loops and while loops. What both the loops were doing, they are going to execute repeatedly. But in this session, we are going to learn loop control statements. That is why we need loop control statements. See, for imagine if we want to stop a loop early or skip one iteration or leave a block of code empty for now. In those cases, Python provides three special statements that is break, continue, and pass. Let's understand each one. Okay. We are beginning with the first statements that is loop control statements. What are loop control statements? Sometimes we don't want a loop to run normally. Still, running normally means it is going to execute or if repeatedly or number of iterations it is going to execute. But sometimes we don't want that. We want to stop the loop immediately. See, sometimes we know we want the loop to stop early or skip some particular iteration and leave a block of empty for future code like that. In those situations, we want to stop. So we are going to use loop control statements. That is loop control statements. There are three: break, continue, and pass. Okay. Let us see the three statements one by one. When it comes, then this is the first break statement. Break statement. What is break here? What is break, guys? See, the break statement, it is used to stop the loop immediately. See, when Python encounters a break statement, it executes the loop and executes the next statement after the loop. Okay, understood? See, when Python encounters a break statement, this is the syntax for break. When when it encounters a break statement, it executes the loop. Sorry, it exits the loop. Okay, it will come out of the loop and stops the loop operations. Let me give you a real life example. See, imagine you are searching for a favorite book in your library and you're going to check the first shelf, then the second, then the third. As soon as you find the book, do you continue searching the remaining shelves? No, right? You're not going to search remaining shelves. Why? Because you what for which book you are searching, you got it already. So you will stop searching. That's exactly how break works. Understood right now? See, when any value, when you got that, you're stopping the loop like that. See, this is the example of what I said. And syntax for break is see simple break. You can use in your loop. Okay, let us use with one example. See, I have already done here. I will say that only. Here we are using for. For it is a keyword. It will start the loop. It will tell Python that is it is starting a loop. And I it is a loop variable. And range, see we are giving a value numbers here. That is start and end values 1 comma 11. Okay. So the loop starts with 1. The loop starts from 1 and it prints 1. Then it will print 2, 3, 4 and 5. When it comes to 6, see here, it will check the condition. 6 is equals to 6. Yes, the condition is true. So Python executes break statement. Python executes break statement and it will stop the loop immediately. Therefore, 6, 7, 8, 9, it never be printed like that. Understood, right? When you got the book, you are going to stop searching for new books like that. Let me execute this. See, let us see what is the output we are going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are never going to be printed. That is how the break statement works here. Okay, let us see the next. Break is over now. Syntax of break, remember, easy. And see, this is how for I in range of 1 comma 11 colon. If I is equals to 6, yes, when it becomes 6, I becomes 6. It it has reached the condition is true and it will execute the break statement. The loop will stop immediately. And this is the output for that. And see, this is the explanation. You can go through it. This is a notes of Python. Okay. The numbers up to 6 are never printed. Next comes to a continue statement. What is continue? You know, right? What is continue? Continue means you are just executing the next process like that. See here, continue statement skips the current iteration and moves to the next iteration. The loop does not stop. Here, continue means it won't stop. So it will be executing the process like this. See, the continue statement skips the current iteration. Imagine example. For example, let us take attendance. Okay. Imagine your teacher is calling your attendance and one student is absent. Teacher skips that student name and continues calling the rest of the students, right? Other one student is absent, so I won't call the next attendance. Teacher won't say that. She'll skip that student's name and she'll execute. She will keep on call the next student. Like that, the attendance don't stop, right? Like that, exactly. That's exactly how the continue statement works here. See, the loop won't stop. It will execute. It will skip the some like if a student is urgent, only that particular iteration it's going to skip and execute the next like that. Let us see the example. We'll try. This is to continue for I in range. See, I have clearly said for each statement how to write. You just go through the previous videos, you can understand. Yes, I'm giving these values for I in range of 1 comma 6, and if I is equals to 3 colon, so 3 equals I have written. Yes, now it's correct. Yeah, if I is equals to 3, continue. Okay. See, for I in range of 1 comma 6, if I is equals to 3, continue, print of I. If I execute the process, like if I execute the program, it is printing 1, 2, 4, and 5. Why? Because when I 3 is equals to 3, it is going to skip that number and it is going to continue to execute the remaining numbers like that. See, Python start printing numbers. It prints 1 and 2. When I becomes 3, Python executes continue. And then, so it keeps printing 3. Then loop continues with 4 and 5. So here the loop never stops. Only 3 will be skipped here. I is equal to. When I becomes 3, it is going to continue and 3 will be never printed. But here the loop will never be stopped. Okay, that was the continue. And next we'll see pass statement. See what is pass? What is pass? Statements means it does nothing. Okay, pass statement it does nothing. It is used as a placeholder when we want to write code later. See here pass it does absolutely nothing. Pass it is simplest statement in Python. Okay, pass it is the simplest statement. Sometimes it is not used only. Why? Because it does nothing, and it is used as placeholder when we plan to write code later. Okay, when we will plan, right, we'll write a code later like that. In those places we are using pass statement. Let me give you a real life example. See, imagine you are building a house. One room isn't ready yet. Okay, one room isn't ready yet, so you will leave it empty and decide it to finish later. The rest of the house construction continues. That's similar to the past statement. Okay, one room it is not ready yet, so you will leave it empty and you will decide to construct later. But rest of the house construction will be continuing like that. That is the past statement. It is there's nothing. See here there is another example. Imagine a teacher writes chapter coming soon inside a textbook. The page is intentionally left blank. Similarly, past tells okay in future chapter coming soon means they are going to add some new chapter. They are planning. But textbook it is already printed like that. The page is intentionally left blank. Similarly, past tells Python I'll write this code later. Okay. For example, this is the example. Let us write. See, I'll just use pass here. Pass. Okay, print of height. If I execute this, if I execute now, it is printing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it is not affecting anything. It is printing all the range like 1. It is starting from the loop will start from 1. So 1 is printed, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it is printing. The loop it will nothing. See, the loop is not affected here or loop is not stopped anywhere. It will print the whole like that. Pass it does nothing. Okay, here let me explain little more. See, when I becomes 3, see when I becomes 3, Python reaches pass. See pass, it will reach pass. Since pass does nothing, Python simply moves to the next statement. Therefore 3 is still printed. Okay, pass it does nothing. So next it will move to the next statement and therefore 3 is also printed. So unlike continue pass doesn't skip anything. Well, while we use continue, it is going to skip, right? It is going to skip when we use continue. When we use break, it is going to stop the loop when it got the condition is true, like that. But pass does nothing. Next, we'll understand the differences between break, continue, and pass. Okay, breaks. Breaks. See, it will stop the loop completely. It will stop the loop completely. After loop, it won't execute anything. Continue. It will skip current iteration. See, in the example I shown you, it skipped 3 and it was printed 4 and 5, right? Like that. Continue. It will skip current iteration and it continues. Whereas pass does nothing. It is the placeholder. Okay, it will print over the whole thing. See, this is the comparison example. Here I am showing for break C for I in range of 1, comma 6. If I is equal to 3, break print of high. Here, simple way to remember all these break, continue, and pass is break means stop. Continue means skip this one and keep going. Okay. Continue means skip this one and keep going. Pass means do nothing for now. Like that. And this is the example. I've shown you all those outputs, right? No need to show again and again. Okay, let me execute this also one more time. Yeah, here it is there. Show with break. See, you can see here now. This is the program. I'll just change it. See what and all the output you are going to get. See, as soon I gave you one example. You are searching a book in a library. Um, you are searching a book in a library. You search for book in first shelf. No, you didn't get a book. You are going to second shelf. Yes. No, you are not getting the book. You are going to third shelf. Yes, you are getting a book. When I becomes 3, you are getting a book. So the condition is true now. 3 is equals to 3. Yes, the condition is true now. It will execute break and the loop stops immediately. So it will execute only 1 and 2. Understood, right? Okay. If I use here continue, what happens continue? See, I gave you one example as a teacher calling attendance, right? Teacher calling attendance. One student is absent, so that is third student. See, one teacher will call first name, second name. Third student is absent, so she'll skip that name and she'll call remaining names. Like that, continue statement will work. When I becomes 3, this condition becomes true. So it will execute continue. Since it is continue, it is going to execute the remaining. That is keep going. 4 and 5 it will execute, but 3 will be skipped here. Like that, if I use pass, it does nothing. Pass, it is a placeholder. It does nothing for now, right? So it will execute whole. Since when I becomes 3, 3 is equals to 3, the condition is true. It will execute pass. Since pass does nothing, it will be 3 will be printed and it will execute the next statement. Like that it works. Understood the difference between all break, break, continue, and pass, right? These are the simple programs with examples I have shown you. See, for continue, you're getting like this 1, 2, 4, 5, 3 will be skipped. For pass, you're getting the whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. And real life uses where we are going to use this break, continue, and pass. Please stop searching when an item is found. Yes, break will stop when you found an item. You won't go for searching next. And continue, skip invalid records. Yes, if one student is absent, we are not going to wait for them until they come. We are not going to call an attendance. Like that, we won't. We are going to skip that invalid records and we are going to process data. Like that, continue works. And what about pass? Pass, it does nothing. So create empty functions or classes during development. Okay, just it is going to create empty functions and it will work. See, these are the common mistakes you should not do. Common mistakes. See, thinking break skips only one iteration. No, it actually stops the entire loop. See, entire loop will be stopped by using a break. Thinking pass skips execution. No, it does nothing. Okay, pass won't affect anything, so you can use aram se. And using continue instead of break. See, using continue instead of break. Continue is different and break is different. Remember, we have said you the difference. And now these are the common mistakes. Creating where it is. Yeah, yes. Using continue instead of break. Break it will stop the entire loop, whereas continue it will skip the current iteration and it will move and execute the next statements. So using continue instead of break, it is a common mistake where beginners will do. And see, these are the practice programs for you people. Print numbers from 1 to 10 but stop at 7. Okay, you can change the range and you can print but stop at 7 like this. You try it and solve. Okay, when you solve you just give the answer in the comment section. Let us know how many of them will give the right answer for all these questions. Next, print numbers from 1 to 10 but skip 5. Easy, same thing. Stop at 7 means you're going to use a break statement. But skip means you're going to use continue, right? Skipping means continue. And print even numbers using continue. Yes, you can do that. Stop searching when user enters the correct password. Here you are going to stop means you are using a break here. Create an empty function using pass. The empty function. You can empty function means just a pass. You can give a pass wherever you want and just create an empty function. And for quick revision, see break means stop the loop. Continue means it will skip current iteration and execute the next. Pass means placeholder does nothing. See, we have done summary also for day 5. Loop control statements break. Loop control statements means sometimes we want the loops to be stopped early or to skip like that. For those purpose, loop control statements are used. In loop control statements, Python gives 3 statements, that is break, continue and pass. We learnt those differences and those statements, syntax, everything. Syntax is easy, right? Syntax, it is very easy. Break means break syntax you are going to use, only break. Continue means continue, pass means pass. Just you are going to use that words wherever in the code. And we have solved some programs, small programs with examples, right? Now in this session, it was very easy actually. The next topic, that is day 6, we are going to learn about nested loops. Nested loops are so easy and interesting topic. Don't miss the session. Thank you guys. Bye. Do follow, do share, and do watch daily. This 100 day